Welcome back, Muna Nation. Let's talk about some conversation blocks. Picture the scene. You're having a conversation and you're going and it's going great and it's back and forth and back and forth and it's awesome. And then all of a sudden, dun, 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 the world stops. Everything stops. And the worst thing, the conversation stops. Why? Because you can't find the perfect word. Don't do that to yourself. If you can't find the perfect word, let's work on something that is good enough, that is going to keep your conversation going and is not going to cause this awkward, weird kind of a okay? So, and believe me, I get this, I understand. You get so anxious. When I learned German, when I was learning German, I felt the same way. So many times I wanted to use different words and to express myself, and so many times I felt so limited, okay? But what do you have to do? Let's do the thing that at the time is good enough, okay? So I'm gonna give you 4 things to do, okay? First one, and this is actually it's fun. I actually think this is awesome. These are things that are called placeholder names. Placeholder, they're going to take the place of the word that you don't know, okay? So sometimes, a lot of them have to do with thing, okay? Such as a thingy, okay? You could say, I went to the doctor and she gave me a thingy to relieve my stress. Maybe it was a stress ball, or maybe it was some sort of a thingy, some sort of a mechanism that made me release my stress, okay? So she gave me this thingy, okay? Using thing, becoming thingy, all right? Or a thingamajig. She gave me a thingamajig that worked great, okay? She gave me a thing, a device, some sort of something that I was able to use, right? A thingamajig. And then there's even a thingamabob. You could say, oh, look at this. I used this thingamabob in my hair and it sort of gave it some curls. Okay, I used the thingamabob, right? I won't tell you, but the secret is I used a towel. I wrapped it in my hair and then it just came out. Cool, so that was thing, right? Another one to use as a placeholder is connected to what, okay? So if I don't remember, I could also say it's whatchamacallit. It's a whatchamacallit, okay? Like I went to the store and I bought a whatchamacallit that I can use for the cake. And maybe if the other one that I'm talking to knows a little bit about our conversation, okay, well, what I was buying at the store or so, and they can actually help you and say, oh, you bought a whisk, okay, for example. So yeah, I bought a thingamajig. I bought a whatchamacallit. Whatchamacallit. Cool. Now, when you talk about people and you don't really remember their names, you could say that too. I saw, what's his name at the store? The one that lives across the street from your mom. Okay? So it's a, what's his name? What's his name? Or what's her name? Remember to ask what's her name if she can go tomorrow with me. Okay? So if she can go with me tomorrow, it means you know what I'm gonna do tomorrow and you know who this person is and you probably know their name. Okay, so you'd say, oh yeah, what's her name? Okay, and there's another one that is really informal. Don't go, careful how you use this one. You can say, ooh, I saw what's his face. Okay, what's his face? Or remember to ask what's her face if it's going to work with these ingredients. So you know who I'm talking about, all right? What's his face? What's her face? Okay? So those are fun, called placeholder names, okay? They're gonna go in the place of the word that you just can't remember at the moment, but you won't just stop the world to go digging, okay? Now, another thing you could do, number 2, you could describe the thing in easy terms, okay? Such as, I got a kitten for my cousin. A kitten. If I don't remember the kitten, I could just say, I got a baby cat, okay? A baby cat, right? Or, oh, I have to take my son to the pediatrician. Now, I don't remember pediatrician. I could say to the kid doctor or to the doctor for kids, okay? So I can describe it. I can describe the word with easy vocabulary, okay? Now, the other thing that I could do, number 3, I could talk about the purpose or the use of this thing, right? So if I don't remember, for example, I don't remember how to say eraser, but I could say it's that thingy that makes words go away or that makes mistakes go away, okay? So that would be an eraser. Or I could say, if I didn't remember librarian, to say she's a librarian, she's a person who works in that place where they lend you books. And then hopefully the other one will even teach you. They'll say, oh, she's a librarian. Okay? She's a librarian. Cool? Number 4. Number 4 is approximations. Okay? Like, okay? So you'd say something like, it's sort of da-da-da, but da-da-da. Okay, for example, if I didn't know how to say cardigan, or I didn't know what a cardigan was, I could say, look, it's like a sweater or a jacket, and it opens fully in the front. Okay, so that would be a cardigan. So what did I do? I said, it's sort of like, it's kind of like, and then I use a word that is pretty common, like a jacket, okay, that opens fully in the front. Sounds good? Sounds good. So these are the 4 tips that I could give you so you don't have to full stop your conversation, all right? Now, remember, work on your grammar with the grammar videos that I'm doing for you, tips for vocabulary, okay, that I'm also doing for you, and tips for conversation, all right? So let's try to cover all areas. The next one that I'm thinking of is something for listening, all right? To work on your listening. Cool? Like, comment, subscribe, da-da-dee, da-da-da. Do all the good things that people do on the internet for the people that they like. Bow! See ya.